to get out and run. He wants to see plenty of transition. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Guys, we'll just have to watch how it plays out here in the first half. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And a wide open look here for Wiggins, and it's off from three-point range. Curry with it. He's coming off a 25-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And no question, you look at his assist totals, and they tell you what a nice job he was doing with really spreading that ball around.
Well, certainly a story here at the Target Center is the ongoing $100 million renovation to the building. Split 50-50 between the team and the city of Minneapolis. And that's great news for Timberwolves fans.
And they get the first bucket of the game there.
And I think it's going to be a good one.
Passes it to Cool Hands. Here's Pekovic, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
You see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket.
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And you look at the long list of improvement for the Target Center. New lobbies, new box office, renovated locker rooms, new clubs and gathering areas. Seems like they're getting great bang for their buck.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Rubio, the pass to Cool Hands. Tries a three. Good on the shot. Cool Hands got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And guys, it can be tough to see teams pressuring cities for new arenas. Nice that the Timberwolves can stay put and still get those improvements.
Absolutely, Kevin. You know, this building is good bones, a great location, so it's a pleasure to see the transformation they're making here, and we're already starting to see some of the results.
And Rubio kicks to Young. From outside the arc. No good from Cool Hands. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Iguodala dishes to Curry. Back to Iguodala. 5 to shoot. There's the pass to Thompson. From outside the arc. Can't hit. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Cool Hands. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Atlanta. Young against Thompson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Strong move to the hoop. Nice power move. I like that one.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 6 from the field. The drive by Rubio. Here's Cool Hands. That's in. Coming off an assist from Rubio. Cool Hands got 5.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Thompson passes to Lee. This one for 3. Thompson misses.
Nikola Pekovic might be the strongest player in the league. Guys, 6'11", 285, power lifter's physique. He's impossible to move once he gets positioned.
The shot's good from Cool Hands.
And his shots are dropping right now. This quarter has been very kind to him.
The Warriors trail. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits it from three-point range. Thompson's got his second bucket.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Anthony Bennett's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Curry with it. And no good trying to get that one. And that does it for the first quarter. The Warriors on top, leading by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break.
This Friday, February 20th, Goran Dragic and the Phoenix Suns hit the road to do battle with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Make sure to catch it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Last outing for Golden State, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia.
They had major problems at the charity stripe in that game. It was interesting. They just could not make free throws.
Yeah, and that's frustrating to watch, especially on the road where your opportunities at the line tend to be a little more sparse than when you're at home. Boy, you've got to cash in on them.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Barnes and Green, the forward tandem. Steph Curry's out there with Iguodala, and it's Spates in at the 5. A 3 from Barnes, and he gets the bucket.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. I mean, they have to get a hand in his face.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Pass to Cool Hands. Warriors with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
And the physical nature of their last meeting was just as they had hoped for. I mean, they drew a ton of fouls in that game and went on to win it.
Green kicks to Spates. Back to Green. Some nice passing by Golden State here. 4 on the shot clock. Iguodala's drive comes up empty from 8 feet. And I want to hear your take on what Steve was just talking about, Clark. How big a role do you think foul trouble played in that win?
Yeah, it was large, humongous, I think, because of the foul trouble. That forced them this huge lineup down the stretch that they weren't really comfortable with. So it was a big, big factor.
Warriors leading by 3. Outside Curry. Pass to Spates. Kicks it to Iguodala. Clock at 6. Fades and shoots. And Spates gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 5.
Still went down, but with no defense anywhere near him, he might as well just go straight up. No need to fade away.
Brewer, the pass to Cool Hands. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with his team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there. Great effort.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Andre Iguodala is perhaps the premier wing defender in the league. Dre himself said, I used to always joke with my coaches, I could play defense in my sleep. But it's not just natural ability, he said. There's another me in the league. They have the same things. Long arms, quick feet, and they can defend. They just choose not to do it. Kevin?
It comes from within, Doris. Thank you. Some changes. Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. Then for the Warriors, Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Spates. Lee comes in for Green, and it's Klay Thompson in for Harrison Barnes. Warriors leading by 5.
You look at how efficient David Lee is around the basket. Can go over either shoulder and use either hand to score. Broke his wrist in high school, and it's part of the reason why he's been able to develop that offhand so well.
Back to Rubio. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Pekovic inside. He's against Lee. Wiggins dishes to Pekovic. Lee with the steal. The drive by Iguodala. Outside for Curry. Here's Bogut. Minnesota with the rebound. Pekovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Rubio the pass to Pekovic. Here's Bennett. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Warriors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Thompson with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Here's Curry. Drilled from 11 feet out. Curry's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, he's clearly feeling it, Clark, coming off that fantastic game last time out.
Timberwolves trail by 7. Rubio, the pass to Cool Hands. Puts up the baby hook, and it's sent back by Bogut. Here's Cool Hands, and it falls over the rim and in. Cool Hands got 14 points.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands.
Good work. Good work.
Oh, yeah, man.
Martin comes in for Cool Hands, and Mo Williams subbed in for Ricky Rubio. And the Warriors also making a change. Brandon Rush, who's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And the Warriors with possession here. It's a 5-point game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Williams kicks to Wiggins. Back to Williams. Dishes it to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Here's Martin. Count it from 12.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it was.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Timberwolves lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I'm here with David Lee. And David, tell him.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. We got a spectacular boost from the guys coming off the bench, and that's huge because it should leave us with nothing but fresh legs as we get deep into this game. Now I'll give credit what credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. And as soon as this quarter starts, we need to dedicate a lot of energy to working the offensive glass. I don't think they're going to be able to hold us down if we really hit the boards hard. We've been treading water for too long in this game and letting them hang around. Let's get this going. Get fired up!
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 16 points and also 3 nice steals. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
Well, it's a good example, Clark, of how you set the table for the rest of your teammates. He's really brought focus and energy to this game.
Rubio and Martin manning the backcourt. Pekovic is out there with Young. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota in the lead. Rubio dishes to Martin. Wiggins passes to Young. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Wiggins kicks to Martin. 5 to shoot. Here's Rubio. Sinks the three-pointer. Rubio's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Timberwolves.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but you know the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Cool Hands checked in for the Timberwolves. And it's the Warriors with the ball, trailing by 5. Thompson sets the pick for Curry. He dishes it to Thompson. In low to Bogut. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here.
A moment here to check out some of the stats for Steph Curry. Averaging about 23 points, 9 assists, and 4 rebounds. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate. And that's exactly what they depend on. His scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is. A driven player, Steve. Someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability. Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
And he gets it to go. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Lee sets a screen for Iguodala. Outside for Curry. Minnesota with the rebound. Pekovic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And Klay's father, Michael, often his toughest critic, he tells Klay, post those smaller guards up and don't always fade away. I can hear him saying
oh, my, that's why I'm laughing. Sounds just like Michael, who knew how to handle himself with his back to the goal. As a college and pro standout himself.
Warriors trail by 5. Curry passes to Bogut. Back to Curry. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Curry's got 18 points.
Good job pulling the trigger when the defense opened up for him. He had an opportunity, took advantage of it.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch him, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. Out to the right wing. Into Pekovic. Puts up the baby hook. Good. 8 points for him.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Levine's checked in for cool hands. And Golden State also making a change. Spates is checked in. Warriors have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46-47%. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. Harrison Barnes is out there with Green, and it's Lee in at the center position. 5 to shoot. Green kicks to Thompson, and he gets it to go.
You know, if this had come earlier, they might have been able to get back into it.
Yeah, but as it is, too little, too late.
Minnesota's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Cool Hands. He's covered by Thompson. They get the rebound. Second chance shot. And there's the bucket from Cool Hands. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Well, they're going to walk out of here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Thompson misses.
You have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
And that'll wrap it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and thanks for tuning in.
You know, life's a funny thing.
Whatever you say, boss.
A couple of months ago, I never even heard of you. A few weeks ago, I was certain you were a one-and-done guy. You know, have your cup of coffee in the bigs, and then disappear, never to be heard from again.
And now?
Now I'm going to tell you that I was wrong not to draft you, and I was silly to offer you only a 10-day contract. And you know, I was mistaken to think you were only here to have a cup of coffee.
So you saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying we're offering you a guaranteed contract for the rest of the season.
It's about time, ain't it? Dang, you've been jerking my chain long enough.
What?
You heard me. Hey, I belong in this league, and I've known that for a long time. I'm happy that you and the coaching staff finally figured it out.
Yeah, and I'm happy that you're so confident. Now, don't let this get to your head. I've been around this game a long time, and you know what? I've learned a few things. One is, good teammates last in this league. Head cases that have talent don't. Do you understand?
Hey, man, I'm not a head case, all right? I'm just a man that's hungry, ready to show the world what I can do. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, finally.
Well, I, for one, can't wait to see it.
Welcome to the film room, everybody. Coach wanted me to give you all a little breakdown on some of the key points of emphasis strategies we'll be using moving forward. As you know, the entire staff feels it's important to review the basics from time to time, giving everyone a better understanding of what coach is expecting when you're out on the floor. It's going to help the team win more games. Simple as that. Now let's get to it, gentlemen. Getting to the basket and playing physical on defense. So here we go. Now, there are times when coach is going to want us to really focus on getting to the basket. We have some talented players on this team who are capable of getting to the rim just about any time because of their ball handling, speed, and ability to finish inside. When we run into a team that has weak perimeter defenders or is not very good at defending the rim, coach is going to want us to go strong to the hoop whenever possible. Now, let's take a look at some game film showing how we can try and get to the rim for some easy baskets. Here we've got a nice dribble drive play. The ball handler takes his defender off the dribble and gets all the way to the basket for an easy bucket. When we go up against a team with poor on-ball defenders or a team that's not good at protecting the rim, we need to be able to take advantage. And on this next play, look how the ball handler sees a lane open up to the basket and quickly attacks before the defense can react. Easy score. If you've got a lane, attack. No hesitation. Keep these examples in mind when coach says, okay, up next, playing physical. We got some very physical players who like to use their bodies against weaker, smaller teams. We should be looking to take advantage of those size and strength mismatches by wearing out our opponents over the course of the game. Now let's look at some film so you guys can see what playing physical on the defensive end looks like in action. Here we go. See the defender pressing up on the ball handler? He's not giving him any room to move. You need to be up tight on the ball. Make sure you put a body on them to slow them down. The more physical we play, the better our chances of winning become. On this next play, the defender is down low, bumping his man out of the paint and further from the basket. That's what we need to do when coach asks us to play physical. When they're on offense, we need to lean on them all the time and just keep wearing them down. Okay, that's going to do it for today. There's no excuse not to know what's expected of you when coach calls for either of these points of emphasis in a game. See you at practice.
You got it, coach.